If you're a tenant administrator, you've probably had this thought cross your mind with all this new AI popping up. Who exactly is building what? Well, today we're going to tackle that question head on. We're going to show you exactly how to control who can create Copilot Studio agents in your organization, putting you firmly back in the driver's seat. So let's ask it plainly. Who has the keys to build AI in your company? As these generative AI tools become just part of the everyday toolkit, managing who can create and deploy them isn't just an IT thing anymore. No, it's a core piece of your security and governance strategy. And the good news, the answer to that question is you do. You're in control. And in this explainer, we're going to walk through the exact controls you have to grant, and just as importantly, how to revoke access for anyone building agents in Copilot Studio. We'll kick things off with why this is so critical in the first place. Then we'll get into the two specific licenses that are really the foundation of your control. From there, it's all about the practical stuff, assigning and yes, revoking access, managing this for whole groups, and finally tying it all together into a smart governance plan. Okay, so let's start with the big picture. Why does controlling who can even create these agents matter so much to begin with? Well, here's the bottom line. Every single new agent is a potential gateway to your organization's data. Without proper oversight, you could be looking at security vulnerabilities, compliance headaches, or even just costs that spiral out of control. It's really about preventing a kind of shadow AI from popping up all over your tenant. A clear plan, starting with who gets to build, is absolutely your first line of defense. So how does this control actually work in practice? It really all comes down to understanding two key licenses that you'll see inside the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Okay, think of it like this. The first license, the one just called Copilot Studio, is like a building pass. Your whole organization needs one just to get in the front door. But the second one, the Copilot Studio user license, now that's the specific office key. It's the thing you hand to an individual person that gives them permission to actually start building things inside. And that brings us to the most important takeaway here. The official documentation from Microsoft could not be clearer. You can only assign the user license to specific people. This license right here is your primary on and off switch for controlling who can and cannot create agents. All right, theory is great, but let's get into the practical steps. We're going to walk through exactly how you use this user license as your main lever of control. So giving someone access is super straightforward. It's just a 4-step process right inside the M365 Admin Center. Just go find the user's profile, look for their product licenses, and check one little box. And with that single click, you've just handed them the key to create. And here it is. This is the most critical part for governance, to take that access away. To disable a user's ability to create agents, you just do the exact same thing in reverse. You go back to that same screen and you uncheck the box. That's it. Access is immediately revoked. It is that direct and that simple. Now, managing users one by one is fine, but what about when you need to scale your controls? Let's get into some of the more advanced methods, looking at how to handle access for entire teams and what to do about those trial signups. So to manage this stuff efficiently, you can assign that same user license to an entire Microsoft Entra ID security group. This lets you grant access to a whole department or project team all at once. And to prevent a sort of free for all of experimentation, you can also flip a single tenant wide flag to block users from starting their own trials. This ensures all AI creation happens inside your governance framework. Okay, let's pull all these pieces together. We'll put it into a quick reference guide that basically summarizes your whole governance strategy. So here's your toolkit all in one view. You've got that granular one-on-one control with the individual license. You have scalable control for whole teams using security groups, and you've got that tenant-wide control over trial signups. Mastering these three levers, that's the key to a really solid governance plan. So there you have it. You now know exactly how to control who creates Copilot agents. You literally hold the keys. So the real question isn't about the tech anymore. It's about strategy. What's your plan to empower the right people while making sure AI is being developed responsibly? That right there is the critical next step.